reason why you're taking pictures of people speaking to.
Hello, I'm just like to ask you a question or two if you don't mind.
You can do this without filming your neighbours, I think. You can do this without filming your neighbours.
Sorry, it's you I'm filming, not my neighbour. My neighbour is not on the camera here. So, Mr. Allan, I'd just like to ask you a question or two if that's okay.
I'm speaking to him.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, well, I'll just wait. Yeah. Hello. I would just like to ask you a couple of questions. For instance, do you think it's what do you think of the call for a smacking ban by the SNP?
Right. Well, firstly, I'm walking down your street speaking to your neighbours, behaving normally, but nonetheless, I'll give you an answer to that. What the SNP is doing is supporting a bill by someone else, the Green MSP, and that bill is calling for an end to the defence being used in court of physical punishment when people are accused of child abuse. I don't think it's unreasonable to say that the law should not allow for that defence to be used when somebody is accused of abusing a child. Thanks very much. Cheers.
Okay, would you not like to answer some more questions? I've got a couple of other ones I'd like to ask if you don't mind. Come on, Mr. Allan. I thought you were a publicly spirited kind of guy.
I am. You do realise this might be construed as a wee bit odd, you following people around with a camera, but well, I'm happy to answer a couple more questions.
I think it's okay. I mean, you are a public person. Is it not quite legitimate?
Happy to answer a couple more questions. What can I do for you?
Well, for instance, do you not think it's a bit intrusive of the SNP to be trying to enforce certain things on people, like invading the private space?
Invading the private space? You said you while pointing out a camera at me and your neighbours.
Well, this is the public street.
Carry on, though.
It's quite legitimate.
Carry on.
Yeah. Do you not think it's a bit invasive of the SNP to be seeking to force these opinionated rules upon people?
No.
No? Why not?
Well, I've just told you weren't listening, but I told you what the rules were, what the proposal was.
I'm trying to listen, but you're making it difficult.
Okay, well, the proposal is not from the Scottish Government, but from a Green MSP. The Green MSP is proposing that when somebody comes to court being accused of physically abusing a child, they should not be allowed to use the defence that they were disciplining the child.
Well, okay,
that's what's being proposed.
Fine, okay. But all I'm asking is a general question on the principle of whether it's right or not for any political party to seek to enforce parents to go against their principles. Which,
the government's not forcing anyone to go against the principles. They've just said what's being proposed is that if somebody is accused of physically abusing a child, that's not a principle, that's a crime.
I know, but I'm not talking about crime and punishment. We have existing laws to deal with crime. I'm only speaking about whether you think it's right for a political party to seek to enforce certain views on the private.
I'm not seeking to enforce
on a private family.
I'm not seeking to enforce any views on a private family. I'm sorry to repeat myself.
Do you think a smacking ban is correct? Do you think a smacking ban is right?
Yes, I will support the ban on
a total ban on smacking.
I will support the legislation being proposed by the Greens, which will stop people using the defence of
physical. Do you think a smacking ban?
If you can let me finish answering your question,
okay.
I will support the bill which is being put forward by a Green MSP, which will stop people who are accused of physically abusing children from using physical punishment as an excuse. Thanks very much. Cheerio.
So you are for a smacking ban then?
Yes.
And you also believe it's right to keep an eye on families, to watch families, to ensure that they're towing the party line?
You're the guy who wants to move this now.
Sorry, what's that?
You're the guy who followed me about with the camera just now, Derek.
Well, I'm just trying to get you to talk, but you don't want to talk, you don't answer questions.
I just spoke to you for 20 minutes. Cheerio.
Bye.